Welcome to Localite, everybody. John Compton here. And, today we've got a guest on the show. You're going to love this lady, Laura Lopez. And she's a respiratory therapist with Providence. But we're not talking about respiratory issues. We're talking about Haiti. And she recently went down there and worked with the project MediShare. And so she's here to tell us all about that. So, Laura, welcome.
Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, well, let's get right to it. You bought a passport for your 53rd birthday.
Yep.
With the intention of doing some traveling, international traveling, and then you ended up on this project MediShare for Haiti.
Right.
How did that happen?
I was watching television when this whole Haiti catastrophe happened, and it was just days before, here I am, my 53rd birthday, my kids are finally out of my house, and I'm like saying, well, what do I want to do? I want to go travel. And I said, well, I can't do that if I don't have a passport. So I went and I applied for my passport. I knew it was going to take a few weeks. Next thing I know, Haiti happens. That Friday, my passport arrives in the mail. It was like a week. And then I said, oh, this is the universe telling me something. Uh-huh. And so I got on the Providence website, and then they had places like for the Catholic medical missions, and I kind of applied there, but things weren't coming into place. So one day I was feeling quite discouraged, and I went home, put my feet up, turned on the television just to relax, and I saw Katie Couric on the news with a Project MediShare. They had the encampment out in the tents, and how they built a whole full staff hospital to do, it's like a upscaled MASH unit, where they were doing surgeries, intensive care, mechanical ventilation, you name it, they were doing it there. So I said, oh, this sounds really cool. I think this is what I'd like to do. And so I contacted them, got their information, and next day I got a response back, yes, we want you.
Wow.
And so I gave them my passport information, and they said, how soon can you go? Things needed to be worked out for time because I have my own clinic and store in Hood River, so I needed people to cover me. So I ended up going in July. And I was just praying they were still going to send people because, this happened in, January. And sure enough, I went, and it was amazing. I knew it was going to be really hard, and I knew it was going to be sad, but I knew I had a lot of love to give, and I wanted to go help these people.
Yeah. You called it Dancing with Chaos, right?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. The conditions, now by the time I'd gotten there, they had moved into a hospital that had, I don't know if it was abandoned or it was in a compound. And so I didn't have to camp in tents, but we had a dorm where like 9 people slept in cots with mosquito netting, and they did have air conditioning, but and we did have a shower. It was just a pipe coming out of a wall with just cold water.
Whoa.
But it was, that was the Ritz compared to some of the other rooms. Uh-huh. So people would, can I use your shower? Oh, sure. Everybody was just so lovely. Everybody was there for a common cause to help. There were no egos involved. There was no argument, no turf wars at all. It was a very cohesive group. We all became fast friends, and we were there to help each other out. And not even each other, but for the people of Haiti.
Right. And these people were from all over the world?
Oh, well, yeah. There was a Romanian neonatologist who was working in a hospital down in Louisiana. There was a Colombian, what is it? She was like an immunosuppressive doctor who worked for a liver transplant team from Cincinnati.
So were they all people in the medical field then?
The group I went with, yes. Okay. They were all nurses, a physical therapist from Ireland.
Really?
A sweet, sweet gal. And just people from all different walks of life. The day when we were there for a week, Saturday to Saturday. You get off, you get oriented, and boom. Okay, who's going to work nights, who's going to work days? Everybody take your places, go get your stuff, put in your room, go to work, and they bring you 2 meals a day, and some days they forget, but
And there's probably not like any vending machines where you can go grab a snack or anything like that.
No.
So you eat if it gets brought to you or you don't.
Right, right. Well, and we brought some stuff and we would all share, And they did send out once to go get food at the UN.
Okay.
And they told us not to leave the compound without a guard.
Really?
Yeah. But we did.
Oh, yeah. For some reason, I'm not surprised that you would say that.
Yeah, we were walking down the streets, and I took a bunch of pictures, talking to the people. I was trying to be very respectful of them, and ask them, can I take your picture? And some people would say, no, no, thanks. And some people would say, yeah, sure, go ahead. And it was just seeing the coal on the streets, the sugar cane, and all the buildings were tattered and rubbly roads. And so all along the street sides, they'd have vendors, like with little tiny buckets of stuff that they would sell. And like a grill where they would sell food. Mind you, there's no running water anywhere.
Yeah, see, that's hard to believe. And then the fact that they're trying to operate medical facilities with no running water.
Yeah, that's a tough one. And they did have some water in the OR, which actually flooded one night. So, but there was the water that you took a shower with, you couldn't drink. People did get ill. There was one gal who got very ill, and she ended up in the hospital when she came back.
Oh, yeah?
And they have these 2 aluminum tanks in the center of the compound that were water purifiers, but other than that, and they were not that big, not for all the people in the encampment.
Right.
And they would have the Culligan man come and bring water. So you had bottled water in all the stations.
Okay.
And so people would be coming in all the time, in all the doors, in and out, getting water. And the other thing was there was no place to sit. There's no chairs. There's no room for chairs.
So you're just standing all day.
You're just standing around all the time, moving, doing something. It's just staying busy.
Wow. Well, we're going to take a quick break.
Okay.
But when we come back, we're going to continue talking with local resident and respiratory therapist Laura Lopez, and we're discussing MediShare, the Project MediShare rather, and her adventure in Haiti. So you guys stick around. We'll be right back.